like something from that era, but completely modern. And it does take me back. They recently announced DLC for this game, and this game will feature like the new DLC. Sorry, will feature a lot of really fun, like a new character and some palette swaps for the characters, which is actually entirely new sprites. I think so. I am very much excited for it. I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and it is absolutely amazing. I cannot describe how good it feels to play this game. I know that for a lot of people, it's, a lot of people not going to really enjoy the game for its pixel art. I know there are snobs like that. They'll be like, "Oh my god, it's pixel art. Get with the times, etc., etc." But I think that Shredder's Revenge really leaned in on this really nice, clean pixel aesthetic that really set it apart from like the other pixel art in games. But I've noticed that a lot of other pixel art in the games have, they've been adopting this this similar, very rounded pixel art approach. Is more like illustrations rather than, you know, specifically placing pixels. I'm not complaining about it. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. Um, River City Gales is an example where you have a lot of blocky sprites. Um, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it is sprite based. I mean, it is very pixel art heavy, but it is not block. You don't see the blocks in the pixel art, which is pretty good. It feels very rounded, very soft, but at the same time, it makes out all the shapes and it feels like a real sprite. Okay, it feels like a real thing basically. I love also one of the things that I really glad that I think .amu had done this. What they really did was not only did they really lean into that whole 1980s kind of vibe, the aesthetic, the San Francisco criminal enterprise. That's something I didn't realize. Just on a side note, I didn't realize how much of 1980s movies and 1980s aesthetics is only because the entire place was just riddled with crime. It was really unsettling. Obviously, I looked at those things when I was a child, and I mean, well, after the fact, I was a child in the early 2000s. Yeah, so when I would see that, I didn't really internalize that under that child, but now that I look back on some of these things, and it's like, yeah, this could have only happened because of that rampant corruption and crime. It's very weird that that was the actual aesthetic, sorry, of that era. But overall, like, the illustrations for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was so gorgeous. It was honestly so amazing. I grew up playing a lot of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games, and you know, for me, I did not really expect them to be able to do justice to something like that. And somehow Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge manages to feel like something from that era, but completely modern. And it does take me back to when it was just me sitting in front of my computer, maybe emulating arcade games or not, because, well, obviously, I mean, I can't afford an actual arcade machine. Still can't. You could subscribe to my Patreon to help me afford a arcade, a actual large arcade. Um, I'll probably make a video about that if I happen to get enough money for that. But let's not let's get back to the game. I really do like the illustrations, the background illustrations. I feel like, oh, especially the cities. The cities look so good. Like, again, I know it's just crime riddled and terrible, and guys the entire aesthetic in the background. But I have to say that it just looks so gorgeous. The newsrooms, everything. It just, it pops. It pops, and I had completely derailed from what I wanted to point out. Or I don't know if I pointed out before, but like I really, really like how colorful these games are. I really do think that, like, if you're gonna make pixel games, you need to really make pixel games very bright and very aesthetic, because even though when we were children and playing those pixel art games, we don't remember them as dark and dreary and washed out, or hue saturated. I don't remember what the correct value is, But to us, growing up, it would have been bright and it would have been like something we never seen before. And I feel like Shredder's Revenge really does capture it. And I know that later on this year we're gonna get a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, um, and it does carry some of its. You know, I watched the trailer. It does carry a lot of the more dark and dreary aspects. They really did try to color it up and lighten it up though. So I'm pretty excited to see what that holds in store. But yeah, I genuinely I can't get over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I know I never did a review of it. It's something I'd look into later on. I I haven't completed the game. I spent so much time playing through Yakuza and Spider Man that I didn't finish Shredder's Revenge. So I think Shredder's Revenge truly is, sorry, one of the best modern Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games out there. And that's it for today. Thank you everyone for listening. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you very much. Please feel free to drop your comments and let me know what your thoughts are. Also, what else should I cover? If you can, please subscribe. And I also have a Patreon if you'd like to help support me. Maybe get some behind the scenes stuff as well. I'll be working on all of that. Thank you all very much for listening. The Void called, and you answered.